If you haven't by now seen my last Last of Us 2 video, I know it's kind of a fun thing to say. My previous Last of Us 2 video breaking down just the way that your single scenario can kind of unfold in a dynamic and interesting capacity, you might not appreciate this video as much. But suffice to say that this is another one where ahead of me you'll see that there's two guards kind of conducting a patrol, and outside of the diner or laundromat that they're in, there's also another melee-based guard, and there's also a sniper on the roof doing a patrol. So this is a four-man checkpoint, if you will, but the ways in which you can approach and proceed obviously vary based on what you want to do. And again, you could just sneak right by it if you wanted to, but in this instance I wanted to just kind of try some different approaches and see what worked for me. So you're going to see me doing just a bunch of different like attacks and different things of the like and of that nature, and again, I just think it's a unique opportunity to kind of show that like the dynamic exchanges you have with every NPC and every combat exchange you have could really have the potential to be a lot more interesting and dynamic, like a lot more, I don't know, complicated and meaningful. Like instead of spending your whole game chasing an NPC that, you know, every cinematic featured in the game tells you that they're important, imagine spending your entire game dealing with like a persistent NPC who you fight numerous times. Or even like, imagine you chose a non-fatal role or a non-fatal playthrough, and then you were like pursued or hounded by the same NPC from the area they started all the way up to the end of the game, you know? Like there's just it's almost like when people say less is more, they don't mean throw more NPCs at me. What they mean is like throw more meaningful NPCs at me. Like give me a game where it's like I'm dealing with a finite number of NPCs, but all of them fight to the last breath, their last drop, their last inch, you know? It's the same with like we assign our enemies a finite number of ammo in terms of what you can pick up off of them, but they have infinite ammo when they're attacking you, and it's almost like that's another system of depth that could be in an apocalypse setting especially a lot more celebrated. But I don't know, I mean, this is just food for thought. This is just me thinking out loud. It's an excuse to add some commentary and some exercise or some thought exercise to some gameplay footage and just kind of showcase the dynamicness of the system as well as the fun I have, and as well as the fact that like although it is just killing people in different ways, it's like it doesn't need to be that. There's so much more complexity and depth of character if we add in the looks. You know, if you gave your characters names. Like in Last of Us 2, you have a lot of them scream out for their companions when they get hurt, and sometimes they beg for their lives and whatnot. But there's no ramifications beyond the exactness of that one single moment, you know? There's so much more you could be doing. There's so much more we could unlock. And I'm excited for where we're going, and I like what Naughty Dog's doing, but I really want to just see more and more. Like, I want to remember. I want to have a memorable exchange with NPCs. I want to remember NPCs I encountered levels ago and then see them in the future and be like, holy shit, I spared that guy, and now he's like maybe more merciful towards me, or maybe he's not as aggressive, or maybe he's more aggro because I killed his friends, you know? I don't know. Anyways, here's some footage. Let me know what your thoughts are. I could rant indefinitely, but I kind of like letting the combat speak for itself. I kind of like putting that content out there for what it is, and I don't know. I'm feeling good about the engine and the system and the gameplay, and I know what I like about it, and I kind of think that these clips sort of showcase that dynamic and unexpected way that like even an exchange as simple as fighting 4 NPCs is different every single time you do it, and could be even more memorable, meaningful, and different if there was more kind of at stake, or if there was more being kept track of, kind of thing, you know? It's like, instead of just having NPCs with a previously marked out route that they just walk around time and time again, imagine giving them, like, they have to go to the bathroom, they want to go for a smoke, they want to get a drink, right? They've got a routine that they follow that's more in-depth or realistic. There's just so much potential. I always see it. Every game I like, what ends up happening is I find things I like about it or love about it, but what really gets me is that potential, the means to do so much more with so little. It's just, I don't know, it's just really fascinating and interesting, and I hope these clips and what I've said gets you thinking about it, maybe makes you want to make some content or offer some commentary, and I'd love to hear back from you. So leave your feedback below and let me know what you think, and again, let me know what your playstyle is. Are you aggro? Are you stealthy? What do you like to do when you're playing? Do you switch it up per run? Do you like to plan out your route perfectly, and then if it doesn't go your way, do you restart? Do you try to make the best of it? What do you get out of it? How do you ensure that you're having the most stimulating or interesting time when you're playing a single player sandbox experience where you're fighting NPCs? You know, are you stylizing? Are you making choices that are less tactical but more fun? Are you making more effective choices? Is every round count to you? You know, like how do you add to your own experience? And how much of that is on the responsibility of the player versus the game? You know, you want this game to be fun, but you don't want it to be too easy or too hard. That fair and fine balance, you know, and what lets you express yourself and have the most fun without making you feel constricted and controlled And, you know, ultimately, what gives you that challenge curve that makes you feel like you just about can't get it, and just when you're about to give up, you overcome it, and then you feel great about yourself, you know? These are all the cycles, these are all the flows and the states and the outcomes of these events and these exchanges and these stories that we experience through this medium. And, I don't know, it's just really neat to think about the minutia, because it's like every little thing has the means to offer so much more and give so much more back to whoever's playing and enjoying themselves. So, I don't know, food for thought. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the video. It goes about 15 minutes long, but it's a little redundant. But again, it gave me a chance to kind of vent and talk a little bit. And, you know, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for tuning in, and, yeah, more to come. Cheers.
There you are, Alan! Like... Brooke? Let's go see what's up. I got you covered. Yeah. Over here! Alan! Bad move. Better start running.
Ambush! Ambush! Look, it's them! On the...
They went that way!
Jesus found you!
It's them! Over here! Push forward! I got you! Over here! You know how many times I got food poisoning, or why do you think I took a pill?
Got
Pin her down!
Wolves. Shit.
Up there! From that direction! Move! Start a search! We're not alone here! We're under attack! I think he's right there! Holy shit! Watch out, there's smoke! Right here! There you are!
Ellie. Wolves. Shit. Look, it's them!
Hell did they go? Scan the area. Don't let them escape. Food poisoning, or why do you think I took up fishing?
I'm getting hungry. Yeah?
Ambush! Right over here!
Run! Push forward!
All right!
Shit. Okay.
Ah! Ah!